2-7 is solving problems for a variable, but with 1 or 2 steps. 2-8 is going to be the same thing. So let's go ahead and start off with one with an easier problem that doesn't have as many steps. So one from 2-7. We have y plus 17.3 equals negative 65. Now remember, our goal is to always get the variable by itself. Okay, so we need to get this y by itself. For right now, it's attached to a positive 17.3. So we're going to subtract 17.3. What you do to one side, you do to the other, and make sure you line up your decimals. 65 doesn't have a decimal, so we're going to go ahead and put it right here at the end. And I'm going to put a 0 here just as a space saver. Okay? Now these cancel, and my y falls down. So now we need to solve this equation over here. So we have 0 take away 3. Oh, wait, first, do they have the same sign? Yes, so we keep the sign and we add. So I'm glad I saw that. 0 plus 3 is 3. Bring down the decimal. 5 plus 7 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 gives me 8. So y equals negative 82.3. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try z minus 2/9 equals 1/9. Now again, our goal is to get z by itself. So let's go ahead and do the opposite of negative 2/9, which is add 2/9. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Make sure you line up this equation here. These cancel, and now my z is going to fall down. Oh, good, I have the same denominator, so the denominator stays the same. And I have 1 plus 2, which is going to give me 3. Now I'm looking at this problem, and I realize I can reduce this. So z actually winds up equaling 1/3. All right, now let's try one from 2-8, where you have more than one step to solve the problem. Okay? So let's try this one. We have 1/3 x minus 5 equals 30. Okay? So what we're going to do is first get rid of this guy here. I call him the tag along. He's like tagging along with the variable. Okay? So we're going to get rid of him first. That's step 1. So we're going to add 5 to each side, because what you do to one side, you do to the other. So in red, that's step 1. Just to get that guy on by himself. So the 1/3 x falls down, and we solve this out. 30 plus 5 gives us 35. All right, step 2 is going to now get this variable by itself. So when you have a fraction and a variable, you take the reciprocal. So we're going to reciprocal this. That way both of these cancel out, and the x is now by itself. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Oh, but wait, this 35 is not a fraction, so I'm going to put it over 1 to make it look like a fraction. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3 now is to solve this. So I can't cross-cancel anything, so I'm going to do 35 times 3, which is 105, all over 1. So I know that x is going to equal 105. So that's about a 4-step problem. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try 1/3 plus 1/6 j equals 7/18. All right, now the tag along on this one's written first, and that's okay. So this is a positive 1/3. We're going to take the negative of 1/3. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So I'm going to line up my equation this way. These cancel, and now I'm going to get 1/6 j equals whatever this comes out to. But I notice I do not have the same common denominator. So between 3 and 18, my common denominator is going to be 18. Okay, I did not change the bottom, so I do not change the top. And I know that 3 times 6 gives me 18, so what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. And I get 1 times 6, which is 6. All right, now if you look at this problem, my denominator is the same, so they're going to stay the same. And I have 7 take away 6, which is going to be 1. All right, now that is step 2. Step 3 is to now get this j by itself. When you have a fraction and a variable, you take the reciprocal, which is going to be 6/1. This whole thing cancels and the j falls down. What you do to one side, you got to do to the other. Okay, 1 and 1's cancel. And 6 and 18 cancel into 1 and 3. So my final answer is going to be 1/3. So j equals 1/3. Okay, guys, I hope this helped you study for the test.